before we get started with this video, I now sell merchandise. So if you're interested in buying a t-shirt or a mug, I have a link to my store in the description. I really appreciate anybody that purchases any one of my products. How y'all doing today? It's your boy Jermaine from Hognose Hogs, back with another video. And this weekend, August 20th and 21st, it's the National Reptiles Breeders Expo in Daytona, Florida. Been waiting all year to go to this, and so for this video I'm actually going to go over all of the main hognose breeders that are going to be vending at the show, tell you a little bit about them, as well as show you exactly where their tables will be at the expo, so you can have an easier time finding these guys, actually buying snakes from them, or just actually seeing these snakes and these morphs in person, because it's different seeing them in person than seeing them online. So here, this map is kind of confusing a little bit, but I circle where the entrance is. So let's get started. The first breeder we're going to mention is Brent Bumgardner from superconda.com. And if you don't know who he is the originator of the anaconda morph. So he's the one that discovered that morph, the first one to produce the supercondas. So we have to thank him for actually introducing this morph into the hobby. And he will be at table 198. So the next breeder will be Chad Fuchs, and his business is CF Snakes. He's been in the industry for a long time. He'll be at table 239 and 240. He'll have hognose snakes as well as other colubrids and probably ball pythons. The next breeder we're going to mention is Erin Driscoll, and she's from Ectotherm Empire, and I'm pretty sure everybody watching this video follows her on Instagram. You see her morph market posts. She posts really good pictures, has really nice quality. She'll be at table number 57, and she'll probably have her lemon ghosts, womas, lavenders, albinos, super arctic albinos. I'm pretty sure she's going to have a really nice selection of hognose snakes, and I think this may be her first time vending at this expo. And so the next breeder will be Jeff Goldblatt from Hardcore Hognose. He'll be at table 126, and I actually interviewed him at the Tampa Reptile Expo earlier. He's actually the person that I bought my first hognose snake from, and he'll have a nice selection at the Tampa Expo. He had a variety of animals. He had some sables, sable condas. He also had the sunbursts. He had tricolor hognoses, so definitely go to his booth. Really nice guy, and see what he has. And the next breeder is going to be Tom Harbin from Tom Harbin Reptiles, and he is actually a veterinarian, and so he's going to have tables 267 through 268, as well as 308 to 310. So he has a large display, and he always has a really nice selection of hognose snakes. Last year, I think he had some of the best sunbursts that I saw at the show. I remember he had a really nice one. It was like really dark orange red. He also had Mai Tais, he had lavenders, he had a bunch of arctics, and he had a huge selection of super arctics. So super arctics, super arctic condas, and super arctic super condas. So definitely go to his booth. He's going to have a lot of variety, and you'll be able to see some of the cool morphs that you've only seen online at his table. And then right next to him will be his son and his daughter-in-law, Josh and Alicia Harbin. They'll be at table 269, and they'll have some Xanthics, some Xanthic condas, some Xanthic super condas, some snows, some yetis, super yetis, toffees, and normals. And the next breeder will be Jamie Vaugh from JNC Hognoses, and he'll be at table 27 and 28. And he always has a large variety of animals, especially like your albinos, and he really specializes like in patterns. So if you're looking for like reverse stripes or animals that have that leopard pattern with a lot of blushing, he's the guy to go to for that. So like I said, he'll be at tables 27 and 28. The next breeder will be my guy Eslin Jimeranez from Exotic Fire Hogs. I'm pretty sure everybody knows him. He probably takes the best pictures of his hognose snakes online. I'm pretty sure you all follow his Instagram page. He'll be at tables 123 and 124, and he's going to have some of the high-end stuff. He'll probably have low-end stuff too. So if you want to see really cool hognose snakes in person. He really specializes in selectively breeding the right animals, always trying to make recessive visuals better by incorporating line bred traits. So if you want to actually see cool snakes as well as purchase them, you definitely got to stop by at his tables. And the next breeder will be a guy named Scott Lucas. He'll be at table 321. And if you don't know who he is, he's the originator of the Raging Red Hognose. So I haven't been able to talk to him. Hopefully he brings some of these to the expo. I'll be really curious to see them in person and to meet him in person. And so the next breeder will be my friend Kevin Rhodes. He'll be at tables 61 and 62. And he's the originator of the Granite Jungle Morph, which is the female of my clutch that I recently hatched. He also has the best hognose books in the industry, and he's also going to have his newer book at the expo. So he'll probably bring his older ones too. So definitely, if you want to learn more about hognose snakes and you want a book version, stop by his table. He'll have some available. He'll be giving autographs. He's also going to be bringing some Granite Jungles. He's going to be bringing some siblings of my female, actually some offspring of my female, because he sold her to me as a proven breeder, and he'll probably bring other morphs as well. And then next to him will be John Lynch out of Spider Hognose. So we actually talked about him in the last interview I did with Kevin Rhodes. He'll be at table 60. And he's the originator of not only the spider morph, but also the mocha morph. So at the expo, he said he's going to be bringing some Arctic condas, some Arctic super condas and super Arctic condas, as well as he'll have some mochas and albino mochas on display, as well as an Arctic granite jungle. So definitely stop by their tables. And the next breeder will be Travis Whisler from Travis Whisler Reptiles. He'll have tables 395 to 400, so it's going to be a pretty big display. He always has a really cool setup. Not only does he have hognose snakes, he has other colubrids as well. He usually brings those leucistics. He's the first person that I saw selling the albino leucistics. So he usually has leucistics as well as a wide variety of different hognose snakes. And like I said, he has one of the best setups at the Reptile Expo. So definitely stop by his table. The next breeder will be Ward and Brittney from Ward World of Reptiles. I see them at all the reptile expos in Florida. They have a variety of stuff, so they'll have other colubrids, ball pythons, but they should have a small collection of hognose snakes. They'll probably have like their toxics, their toffies, xanthics, as well as lavenders, and probably some others. And the next breeder will be Nick Markham from TMB Reptiles. I actually interviewed him at the Tampa Expo earlier this year. He'll actually have a setup in the middle island of the Daytona Reptile Expo with a lot of other breeders. He's going to be bringing that cinnamon hognose, which is like a really rare morph that popped out. I mentioned that on the interview I did with him. He's going to bring it in person for people to look at, and he says he's going to have about 60 to 70 hognose snakes there. So definitely check him out, check out his table, and see what he has available. And last but not least, we have my guys, Mitch, Davey, John Rice, and AJ from Fathom Hogs. They'll be at tables 363 through 366, and they always have some of the best investment animals. So it's not uncommon for them to have like an Arctic Conda double het. They always have some awesome visuals. Definitely a table to go to, not only if you want to buy an investment animal, but if you want to see crazy morph combinations in person. I think John is going to be bringing his visual lavender sable for people to look at, and he may bring that new morph that he produced. And I think Mitch is going to be bringing that sable lemon ghost, that crazy one that he hatched as well. So definitely visit all these hognose breeders, and I'm actually going to show you a map right now where I've actually circled all the hognose breeders from this video. So if you want a copy of this PDF file, just send me an email at shovelnosehogs@gmail.com. I'm going to print one out so I can know exactly where I need to go to. So I appreciate everybody for watching this video, and I hope to see y'all at the Daytona Reptile Expo this weekend. So if you see me, holler at me, let me know. I really appreciate it. And I'll see y'all for the next one. And I now have a Patreon account for those who want to support me even further. Here you will have access to exclusive videos, giveaways, as well as discounts. The link will be in the bottom in the description. And if you purchase Reptile links, feel free to use the discount code ShovelHogs to receive 5% off of all purchases.